Hedera Hbar, it was a no-brainer. These are the exact words that came out from the CTO of Algorand, and it was in relation to the partnership with the Decentralized Recovery Alliance. We are also going to be having a look as to how hashgraph DLT can potentially be better than blockchain, and this was proposed in a research paper. We have some other news in relation to Australia Payments Plus and how they are a new governing global council member, and we're also going to be having a look at robotics and blockchain, how that can also play a role too, and we have some other bits and pieces of news, and of course we will be looking at the price action for both Source and HBAR coin today. All I ask from you are two things, which is to smash that like button and to subscribe to the channel as well. So obviously we had that big news come out with the Decentralized Recovery Alliance between both John Allen Woods and Lehman Bird. So we have Hedera and Algorand, and they are essentially going to be paving the way when it comes to the custody and your private keys. And we're just going to take a look at this clip as to what he has said in relation to that partnership.
Decentralized recovery. Can we discuss DREC and the role Algorand will play in it?
Absolutely. For me, DREC was an easy thing for Algorand to be involved with. Okay, for two big chunky reasons. Reason number one, it is one of the fundamental user experience problems that we see in the industry. They have to be eradicated if we're going to have the normal person use this technology. That's number one. Number two, Lehman's approach to DREC, so this decentralized recovery of your keys, to securely custody your keys with multiple people using mathematically secure technologies, and doing so in a way that you can rely upon those folks when the time comes and you need to recover your keys. His approach was agnostic to any blockchain. It was non-partisan. Everything that it leveraged was bread and butter cryptography. Lehman wanted to solve a problem that affected users of the industry that he works in. And so it was kind of a no-brainer.
I think that by far this was the best partnership that came out of the Davos 2024. I think it was something that was pretty much unexpected. And this technology goes without saying. We obviously need it when it comes to our private keys because there is no sort of safety net or backup. And I think it only goes to show that this will be for the whole crypto industry. It will be beneficial, of course, and Algorand and Hedera are the ones that have decided to take on this problem. So I really like that. Now we have over here the UAE Al Zayed University research notes, hashgraph DLT could replace blockchain. Now that is quite a big statement. I don't think that the DLT will actually replace blockchain altogether, but I do think that there are more benefits when it comes to hashgraph DLT compared with blockchain, and in certain factors as well. I still think that we'll have blockchain around for quite some time. That's showcasing DLT as an alternative that can offer more viable solutions, and that DLT platforms is hashgraph, and it relies on a consensus algorithm to validate them rather than the miners to validate those transactions. So obviously it is going to be more efficient. And we have over here that it was found that the hashgraph can process approximately 500,000 transactions per second, whereas other blockchain networks can only achieve a maximum speed of around 10,000 transactions per second. And the reason as to why it is faster than blockchain is because it requires less information. And so obviously the more bits and pieces of information that you're going to have, the slower that it will be in terms of validating those transactions. And this is the reason as to why DLT is much more efficient and can process more transactions per second. And to conclude, we have over here that he chose hashgraph specifically for its unique consensus mechanism, high throughput capabilities, and notable features. And hashgraph has the potential to supplant traditional blockchain platforms as the leading technology. We are definitely seeing a shift now to DLT compared with blockchain. I mean, blockchain is obviously still being in use. However, we are seeing more of the benefits when it comes to DLT, how efficient it is, and also with the speed. And it only goes to show that technologies like Hedera will obviously be able to provide better solutions when it comes to those factors. This was just recent news. Hedera actually tweeted out yesterday that EFT POS joined with BPay in order to form AP+. And I just want to show you this short clip as well that we have over here.
Every payment, every transfer, every time a customer verifies their identity is another opportunity to shape the future of payment experiences and beyond in Australia. A future of payments that are more accessible, more efficient, more than ready to adapt and evolve. A future that we're shaping right here today. We're Australian Payments Plus, and we have a clear vision to deliver more innovation to Australia's payment ecosystem.
I thought that I would stop the video right there. I just want to show you on the Hedera website for the Global Covenant Council member, you'll see over here that AP Plus was actually a member since 2021. Now, from my understanding, I believe that AP Plus is essentially a merger between all of these three companies coming together and then renaming it as AP Plus. And so EFTPOS, the company that it was named as before, was actually one of the council members back in 2021, and so they have just renamed themselves, but we've had that integration now. 9 seats left on the Global Governing Council, and if you remember before, I think we had roughly around about 10 or 11 seats left just a couple of weeks back, so we have been able to fill them. And also remember how we have had Hitachi as well come into play. If I just find them over here, they have now joined since 15th of January as well. So why is it big with Australia Payments Plus? What does it mean for us? Well, with AP Plus, it will mean that all the digital payments that happen in Australia is using the Hedera network as a payments platform. And in addition to this, not only do they have Visa and MasterCard that are big players, but it is important to note that EFTPOS holds a large share of the local bank card market in Australia, and that is how we are seeing the adoption over here. Now, Charles Adkins has actually posted this out. He says over here, robotics and AI plus Hedera could potentially be a big win for smart cities. And with Hedera, tokenization in IoT facilitates predictive maintenance and asset management, reducing costs and improving service delivery in smart cities. So as we know, blockchain technology can be used to help to automate processes with the help of smart contracts, and it can also enable systems to have improved security and more traceable processes as well. And I believe that when it comes to blockchain, if it is able to be integrated with AI, then it does have the potential to transform the supply chain management. We also got an update from QuickPick as well, powered by Hedera. For the numbers, right now, over 4,500 deliveries have been completed. It's driving financial inclusion, protecting drivers and reducing emissions, a game changer for the continent. And I'll only show you a bit of this short clip as well before we move on to a new update from saucerswap.
Welcome to the future of package delivery in Africa, where QuickPick, a pioneering delivery-as-a-service DePIN, is rewriting the rules. By connecting local drivers with users, QuickPick overcomes traditional delivery hurdles, ensuring secure and transparent services. Harnessing the power of the scalable Hedera network and Google Maps, every journey is logged onto the Hedera consensus service, effectively preventing fraud, theft, and item loss. QuickPick also keeps an eye on our planet, tracking carbon emissions of all journeys and setting a course for carbon neutrality.
And so we have all of those driver journeys being recorded and logged onto the Hedera consensus service, and it also logs the carbon emissions of all the driver journeys on the HCS2, and it enables them to offset their carbon footprint. And so that is what we are seeing with the DLT for QuickPick. From saucerswap, you'll see over here we have to expand access to the Hedera network. They've actually collaborated with the Synapse protocol team on a bridge integration proposal, and you can help by contributing ideas to the linked discussion. Let's attract more users and liquidity to our network. Well, that is definitely what saucerswap have been doing. They've only been providing us with all of these great updates and going above and beyond. And you'll see over here the TVL is at $78.52 million and the volume is at $8 million as well. We will actually be having a look at the price of saucerswap. I just want to show you the state of Hedera Q4 2023, a few figures that we have, and then we'll move on to the price action for saucerswap and Hedera. So the transaction volume saw an increase for the 6th consecutive quarter, which enabled them to achieve a new record of 164 million daily average transactions. And the HCS is responsible for 99% of all transactions on the network. HBAR's circulating market cap increased 78% quarter on quarter to 2.9 billion, outpacing the overall crypto market's growth of 54%. And this Q4 growth brought HBAR's year-on-year change to 211%. We have Hedera's total value locked was $64 million, and saucerswap's TVL grew from $27 million to $60 million, 123% quarter on quarter, and accounted for 95% of the network's total TVL. And so saucerswap have been able to double that. We have the Hedera Council allocated 4.86 billion HBARs, $400 million to enhance the Hedera network, and this investment is intended to support various projects and initiatives within the Hedera ecosystem, promoting further development and adoption. And it only goes to show with all of this funding, they are definitely increasing that commitment as well with the ecosystem. So price action for Source we have is currently at 0.08872. We are up today quite nicely at 3.22% at a volume of 41.74%, and we are trading at 711,000. So if we have a look at the earlier hours of the morning, we were trading at 0.08542, so still in that 8% region, but we have now just climbed up quite nicely On the 7-day chart, we are up by 3.45%. I mean, saucerswap was doing great, you know, it hit that all-time high to 0.09499. Yes, we took a dip, but still not too bad. We only went to 0.08258, so it was holding up pretty well. And again, we are just below that 9-cent mark, as I definitely want to see Source being able to remain within the mid-range of 8 cents. So for the price action for Hedera Hbar coin, today we are currently trading at 0.0732. Now on the 1-day chart, we are up nicely by 4.1%. We are seeing some green with other altcoins as well. And you'll see over here on the volume, we are up by 1.75%, and we are trading at 31,000.8k. So in the earlier hours of the morning, we were trading at 0.07073. We've just climbed up now ever so slowly past that 7-cent mark. On the 7-day chart, we are down by 1.46%. So despite us being down, we're just climbing up. I mean, if you see over here on the 23rd, we actually took this dip to 0.06743. So we were below that 7-cent mark, but we've climbed up now trying to get into recovery levels. And over here on the 21st, we were trading at 0.07724. We weren't able to hold that level. On the 1-month chart, we are down by 18.46%. And so we have actually gone on a massive pullback. Now I want to see Hbar coin actually get to the mid-range of 7 cents first before we can actually trade at 8 cents. I mean, if we take a look at the 1-year chart to see where we were back in December, this is the price point at 0.08383, and I want Hbar coin to be able to remain within the mid-range of this 0.07506 to see if we can get some sort of support first before heading off to 8 cents. Guys, if you want daily Hedera Hbar coin news, subscribe to the channel and like the video as well.